And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Xenonauts. We're going into Crash Site 32 this time, which I believe is a medium contact. So we'll see what they've got on the landing site here. Okay, we're having some graphical issues on the road here. This shouldn't be too much of a problem, but Alt tab, does that help? Yeah, that helped a little bit. Yes and no. Alt tab again. So this has to do partially, I think, with how the game handles texture streaming. There has been a workaround to this. I haven't implemented the workaround. This isn't the worst that we've had of this glitch. Not sure if this is going to be 200 glitch to make this an unplayable map though. So we're gonna try. Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay, I think I've got an idea how to fix this, but it is going to require me to bring the game down. So what I might do is I might go ahead and just append this on to the end of the last part. I'm going to attempt just to load, unload, reload, see if that fixes it. So this is run to save for graphical issue. Yep, I'm going to go try a quick load, unload. See if that's going to fix it. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you need to restart the game. And then sometimes you need to... the problem has to do with how the textures are loading. Yeah, I'm going to try... Okay, didn't work. Let's try a full restart of the game and see if that helps. So, trying to quickly reload the game here. See if this can be solved. This is the main reason why the first run was I decided to totally botched. We had a Terra mission, and that problem happened in the Terra mission. In even worse than that in the Terra mission. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be useful. One of the things people theorize might be the source of that is alt tabbing. Obviously, I have to alt tab out to stop and start the recording. So if you're playing at home, probably aren't experiencing that bug. There was also a proposed on the forums from this game for a different way to fix that. That's a little bit more permanent. It comes at the cost of loading times. I may try swapping to that solution for a more permanent fix in the future. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. And as you've seen, it's not a reliable problem. It's just an occasional problem. Okay. So that building's probably clear. That's probably a solid wall. And this is the bottom corner of the map. Okay. So I'm going to guess the ship somewhere up there. That's going to be the direction we work. Okay. So the armed civilians and the armed aliens have found each other. That sounded like coming over this way. There's one of the aliens with blown out windows, so they were shooting at some civilians over here. That makes sense. Okay, 2 of them in that building. Looks like that building's clear. Oh, and that's a solid fence. Okay. Oh, although that does function as a gate. Okay, so we can do that. So they obviously gunned that guy down. I want to move the machine guns closer, but we don't got a good place for them to be ready to fire. Move you there, and move you there. Leaves us with the one assault guy left to go in. Move you there. So you are scatter. You're this whole, oh, he sent the laser guy in that, the laser rifling guy in that spot. Okay. Oh, I didn't like what I saw. But there's at least Reapers on this map. If there's one Reaper, comfortably, there's going to be more than one Reaper real soon. Here's the Reaper. Okay, didn't manage to turn that guy yet. Oh, thanks. Thanks, random civilian with a shotgun. Reaper problem is dealt with, at least temporarily. Okay, we know there's one more over there. Okay, firing arcs on those, but that's fine. That's not one of the reasons we moved that guy there. This guy all the way back there that needs to come running over. As long as there isn't another Reaper, this is going well. Well, rip that guy. Aliens brought grenades. Okay, let's back off a bit. Don't want to be close enough to be grenaded. We're not at least getting to take a shot first. Okay, machine gun doing work. I think that was the guy we were planning on killing over there, yeah. You know, showing ourselves in the back, because I apparently like taking risky shots. Okay, suppressed him at least. Okay, no, you're stuck there. Okay. You're wounded, but not in emergency panicking mode. And you are ready to go. So let's try to get you around. Yeah, I was worried that was going to happen. Notice if I'm that firing angle. It's going to be... Well, actually, that one's a little bit better. Still no dice to get him into the door. Okay. Okay, back to the ship with you. We've got more shields there. It wasn't actually arguably a bad place for a shotgunner. Other than the fact that we had one guy there, and that wasn't enough fire support to take on two. Okay, door cleared. You've only got one shot left, so go ahead and reload. See if you can put down suppressing fire. Okay, target implied dead. There's still someone on the ship, obviously, but... Okay, I think there's two of them. Oh, that's not fair. And we suppressed our insertion team there, okay. Come back to the hallway, please. So we know where one of them is. Okay, pick up your shield. That's not the last one. Got 5 members left. 3 are downed. We might get lucky and someone might recover. I think that Reaper corpse appears to be a corpse. Okay. So there's one. I think that's probably the last one. The mission isn't done. It means there's someone somewhere else. I don't think they're on the ship. Which does mean if we're just patient enough, we win the mission. Of course, then we don't get the stuff off the alien. Okay, we hear something going through the door. Not on the spaceship. We'll leave this wounded guy on the spaceship so that we know... Well, I think we need a guy on the spaceship for us to technically win by controlling the spaceship, so... We're gonna look for the last guy, but we're not gonna jeopardize the mission, of course. We're gonna secure the ship. Okay. We did get a rival, so only 2 died out of 3. you know, we suffered 3 casualties, so the game considers that a bad Xenonauts trade. We killed 11 of the 12 aliens. We don't know what the last one was, or where the last one was. Nice contact, are you? Medium, do we have interceptors ready? Sure. Alien alloy fabrication. Good news, Commander. I have developed a method of shaping the captured alien alloys. I must incorporate them to our designs for the first time. X-37 Corsair Interceptor Wolf Battle Armor and Scimitar Tank. So, armor or ship? General Purpose Interceptor, designed to replace the F-17. Developed with the General Purpose Interceptor to replace the F-17 Condor, expected to be substantially faster and more resistant to alien weapons. So yeah, I think it's between this and the armor. Let's go the Corsair. Scientists will get that done in pretty quick order, and then the armor will be after that. Yes, I did send interceptors at a grounded ship. I'm hoping that the ship will take off before our interceptors need to go refuel. No. Not that lucky. Of course, it takes off 5 seconds after we leave. Yeah, that's what it's doing. It's taking off land, taking off landing. Let's try one more time with the Condors. Nope. Yeah, so that's going to be going back. It's gotta troll me, so. Yeah. So we'll try one more time. And they're just not staying on the ground long enough. What's going on? They're too far away from the main base, so I can't go send. Can't go send the landing party. No, we don't even have the range. Yeah, that's the other reason why they're not staying up here very long. It goes back off to space. Corsair Interceptor. The X-37 Corsair is the first aircraft designed specifically for fighting the extraterrestrial aircraft. We have made extensive use of alien materials when designing the airframe and used materials known to be resistant to alien weapons for everything else, producing an aircraft that's faster, tougher, and less agile than our F-17 Condor interceptors. No less agile than our F-17 Condors. While it's not capable of carrying heavy torpedoes, it should complement the Foxtrot rather than replace it. And then we can follow that up with the armor. And then construction-wise, Corsairs. 127 alien alloys is what we've got. Costs 10 each. Requires 10 alenium, which we have. 120 man days. We've got 15 engineers. This is when we'd probably want to pick more engineers up. We can afford to build 1. So we will build 1. Thank you for telling me what I just queued up. Thanks. Small intercept. Send up the Foxtrot. Send up everything. So this is a Terra mission we're going to be intercepting. Medium, we got nothing left to respond to that because we responded to the Terra mission one. Medium, got nothing to respond to that. That's another Terror. Gonna try to send up some Condors. Can I get my air groups to join up in air? Maybe. No. No luck. And we got it shut down. Okay, so Central America, we're gonna have a Terra mission. That's my immediate guess here. Tail them until they're over land. Really? No, 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 no. We're not doing this. We're not doing donuts in the middle of the ocean. They're landed. They're grounded. We don't like that. Let's send Charlie 1. Let's make sure we got a full crew going up. We got 3 empty spots on the ship, although everyone who's currently in the crew is appropriate. Okay, probably bringing too many shields. Otherwise, I think we're good to go. And change your role over to assault. Okay. You're actually fairly strong, so you can carry a bunch of reloads. You're equipped as assault. You're fairly strong too. Equipped right. Good, good, good. Do sort of similar to what we've done before. We're gonna put your gun in your pockets, and you'll bring an extra shield. And you can drop the shield in. Gun in pocket. Bring extra shield. Okay. we got a fully kit out set of 8 guys here going for the ground assault. Let's send Charlie. Not even sure Charlie's necessarily going to get... No, they escaped the space. Not even sure they're going to get there in time. How goes our air wings? Our air readiness. That's not the best place to check. Although that might be the place I have to check, yeah. Okay, looks like they've all been recovered. They might not be fully operational yet. Wolf Battle Armor. The Wolf Battle Armor is a direct replacement of the Jackal Combat Armor, using the remarkable properties of the alien alloys to provide extra protection to your men in combat. Each individual suit requires a large amount of money and alien alloys to fabricate in their workshops, but they should dramatically increase the combat effectiveness of our men. Also allows us to start researching the Buzzard Jumpsuit, a variation of the armor emphasizing mobility over raw protective power. The design will include a jump pack that allows vertical movement. Okay, less interested in the vertical movement for the moment. Upgraded grenades, rockets, and air-to-air missiles. Let's actually get the directional thrusters next. Construction's still coming along. We're at 4 days, 20 hours on the next Corsair. Very small, so that's going to be a fighter. They're all grounded for the moment, so we can't respond to that one. Small, send the closest Foxtrot after. Okay. Other than in Central America, where everyone's grounded from combat failures, everyone's launched now. They're now flying heavy fighters. 2 heavy fighters and a bomber. We got an auto-resolve chance of 1. Let's just disengage and go back to base. At least it's not a Terra mission. Okay, we need 1 more hour. So about there should get them refilled. And we can send off the Condors. What we're building is the Condor replacements. So probably once we get the Condor replacements, we can probably run down the bombing run targets of the heavy fighters. We're just not yet equipped to do that. Landing ship. Obviously, we want to bring that down. Auto-resolve 68%. I'm going to risk it with choosing the auto-resolve. Yeah, we brought it down. Burned through most of the ammo, but brought it down. And then this will be what we send Charlie 1 after now. Okay. Crash Site 36. This is where we're going to pick up in the next part. If you're watching on YouTube, that part will be up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to take a short break to go get a new cup of tea, because I got basically an empty cup in front of me, and I'd like to have a cup of tea to keep the voice working for the rest of the stream. So if you're watching on YouTube, part tomorrow. Twitch, again, short break, go get a cup of tea. I will be back once the cup of tea is brewed.